YouTube family. As you guys can see, it is raining in the greater New England. So I think today is going to be a perfect day to make some soup. Come along with me. Let's make some soup together. So in this video, we're going to make some shrimp soup. My personal favorite, I love it. So we're going to make it together. What I did was I went and got some raw shrimp. It is kind of frozen, so I'm going to just let this thaw for a minute. It is shrimp, so it shouldn't take that long to de-thaw. So I'm just going to open it up. I made sure I got the simple peeled, deveined. So. I'm gonna empty that whole bag of shrimp in this bucket. I'm gonna run some cold water over this shrimp just to let it heat off so we can start making our soup. Okay, so it looks like this shrimp is almost defrosted. So we're going to start our prep. All right. So what I have here is, oops, sorry about that. Let me get some olive oil. The first things first, I have my olive oil and I have my skillet. So I'm just going to put that on like a medium. I'm going to put some olive oil in there just to, coat the pan. All right. And now I'm going to come over here back to my cutting board. I'm going to chop up just about, garlics do I have here? Let me check and see. Should be 1, 2. Yeah, it's about 3. About 3 garlics. I'm just gonna. The way I like to do it, I like to take off the ends first. Get that out the way. Get that. Take these skids off. Let's just do this. Let me just smash it. Right. And there goes the skin. Makes it much easier. I'm still gonna cut the ends off though. Ends. Just gonna smash this one. I have my onion here. Adjust the camera. I'm gonna cut the ends off this onion. Cut the ends off of this one. I'm gonna take this first layer of skin off in here. Probably gonna chop it in half. Right down each one. And I'm just gonna cut it long ways. Oops. Turn it around. A nice little, somewhat cubed. The same thing for this one. Gonna rinse this knife off real quick. All right. Also, I'm gonna put a piece of ginger. This is way too much ginger. I'm just gonna use a little piece. I think this is fine. Just little, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches. It's fine. So let me try to peel it off real quick. If you ever had ginger and shrimp, I feel like that's a perfect pair. Honestly, I feel like ginger, shrimp, and coconut. I'm sorry, not coconut. Well, coconut too. Curry is a really, really good pair. It just brings out the flavor. But for this soup, I'm not gonna put no curry in there, but I will put coconut, ginger, garlic, right, just to bring out the flavors and what we're trying to do. All right, so I'll peel that. I'm just gonna cut off this piece right here. I'm not gonna use it. So slice, cut it in half. One more. So the thing about ginger is I'm not going to really like dice it like I did the onion, but I will cut it long way just so I can get that flavor in there. That's what I'm really going for, is the flavor. Okay. Oh, and we have green scallions as well. Let's add that. Add some green scallions. Cut the ends off of that. Also going to squeeze this down. Cut this like in thirds. All right. So that's what I have. I think my oil is getting pretty hot. So we'll go ahead and add our ingredients to the pan. Well, that's simmering up. We'll go back over to our shrimp that we have here. I'm going to go ahead and drain this water off with my strainer. I'm going to add a little bit of this adobe seasoning. Just to give it some kind of flavor, you know. The one thing I don't like is shrimp that doesn't have any, soup that doesn't have any flavor. I mean, yeah, you want your broth to be flavored, but you also want your shrimps to be flavored. All right. We'll come back to this. Let that simmer down for a minute. We'll be right back. All right. So now, as you guys see, we have a caramelized glaze on our onions and our garlic. So now, what we want to do is we want to get a can of this coconut milk. Doesn't matter what brand it is. So as long as it's coconut milk, I'm just gonna open this up. I'm gonna turn the heat down to about medium. Since now we got a glaze to it. Alright, so we have our coconut. I'm just gonna pour it in there. Just let that simmer. Give it a little stir, get all the clumps out. Tell you what, this smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it. It smells good. It really does. All right, so while that's doing that, we're gonna go back over to our shrimp. So here we have our shrimp. Just put some light seasoning on it. I'm using the Adobe. I'm gonna put some more Adobe, just a little bit more. It's the same Adobe, just this one doesn't have pepper. Just a little bit more. And while that's marinating in our sauce, you can't have soup without some type of noodle, right? So I'm gonna take my pot here. I'm gonna fill it with some water. Not gonna fill it all the way, but just about halfway. About halfway with the water. All right. Take it over to the stove. Turn it on. Probably want to put just a pinch of salt in there, just so it helps it boil faster and makes the water taste good. Just a pinch of salt. All right. Still have our broth just cooking down nice and simmering. Just give it a little stir. It smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it. It smells so aromatic. I think what I want to do is, I think I want to add some carrots. So let me get some carrots. Make it a nice hearty, fulfilling soup. Take 3 carrots. We'll cut the ends off of these. Guys, a quick peel. Alright, so that's the first one down. Second one. And our third carrot. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut them long ways. Chop them in half after I cut them long ways. This one as well, long way. pot since we are running out of space. So I have my carrots. Alright. Let that simmer. We'll come back and see what it looks like. Okay, so now we see the broth is starting to boil. We want to add some water just so we can, you know, thin it out a little bit. So we get 2 cups of water. We're just gonna slowly add that to our broth. Bring this back to a boil. So right now we're not going to add the shrimp just because it doesn't take long for shrimp to cook. And I don't know about you all, but I can't stand chewy shrimp. I like my shrimp to be perfectly cooked. So once we get close to this broth being ready and the vegetables being a little more softer, then we'll add our shrimp. But for right now, we're just going to build up our base. Alright, so now our water is boiling. So we're going to add our pasta. So I want to use angel hair pasta for this soup. I think it pairs well with this soup. So that's what we're going to be using. I'm probably going to use maybe half the box, not the whole box, because we don't want it to be spaghetti and, you know, shrimp. We want it to be actual soup. So I'd say about half the box. Oh, almost forgot. Before I put this in, let's put some olive oil in so it doesn't stick. Olive oil, butter, just something to keep the pasta from sticking to each other. That's what I recommend. Okay, go ahead and put that in there. That's a little less than half the box though, so I'll put a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's about half. That's about good. Alright. So we'll let that cook up. Alright. So it's been about 5 minutes. I think the pasta is done. But I watched a movie one time where they said that if you want to know if your pasta is done, you take it out and you throw it against the cabinet, and if it sticks, that means it's done. If you guys know what movie I'm talking about, make sure you comment below. So here's our cabinet. We'll take our pasta and we'll throw it and see if it sticks. Oh yeah, looks like it's good to me. So we'll go ahead and drain this pasta. And we'll come on back to it. Okay, pasta has been drained. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil to the same pot to cook our shrimps. Just a little bit. Let me check and see how our broth is doing. It's doing pretty good. It's doing pretty good. Carrots are soft. It smells amazing. I wish you all could smell it. It smells good. All right, let me get our shrimp. Shrimp. Even the shrimp smells good. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and, this is on medium heat. Just gonna go ahead and just get a nice little coating of, you know, the oil and the pasta water. And we don't want to cook it thoroughly because we're going to add our broth to it and our noodles, and that's going to also help it cook. But we don't also want it to be raw. So this actually looks good to me. What do you guys think? It's starting to turn pink. I'm gonna turn this down even more to like 3, low. Let it simmer. Got a bit of an actual base. What I'm gonna do now is I get our noodles. I'm gonna pour that as well inside of the shrimp. Just gonna build a layer. And so now this is gonna be on the lowest setting ever. It's gonna be on simmer. I'm gonna stop our broth. I'm gonna pour it directly over our noodles and our shrimp. Ooh. It's hot. It smells delicious. Definitely getting a stronger, not as strong, but it's a mild aroma of ginger, but it smells so good. It really does smell so good. I'm gonna put it down to low, low, low. I'm gonna give it a little taste and see what it tastes like. If you guys, I always recommend you test your dish. If you don't like it, Always add seasoning to it. You got a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, whatever you feel is gonna bring it to where it needs to be. So I'm gonna add a little, I'm gonna taste this and see what it tastes like. Oh wow, no way. No way. Oh my goodness. I wish you guys could taste it. I'm not even like joking. This is so good. Doesn't need no seasoning. Doesn't need no pepper. It's perfect as it is. I'm gonna put a lid on this. Let me find a lid for it. Here we go. I'm gonna put a lid on this. Let it simmer on low for about 10 minutes, and we'll come back and show you guys the final product.